Vegetable is one of the crops that you can grow within a short time. If you can think about it, spinach takes 2 months to grow. Cabbage takes 3 months to grow. And with cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, you have a secure market because there are people who are actually ready to contract farmers. And we do connect our customers with the market. We give them the linkage so that they can sell what they produce to well-known customers. Because vegetables take a short time to grow, you can, within 1 year, you can grow maybe 2-3 seasons, and therefore you're able to turn around your capital much better, and you will make much more money than when you grew the biennial crops or things like maize that take a long time. That's what traditionally we grew. But with vegetables also, you can grow them off season because you can water. And with a small area, you can be able to grow a lot of vegetables. If there are many different ways of watering, you can do irrigation by drip, or you can do irrigation by overhead. And we have seen people make real kills with growing them off season. Vegetables being easy to grow, you can grow them anywhere in the smallest space possible. Imagine you are in an apartment and you have a corridor. That corridor, you can have a story garden where you can grow up to 200 pieces of spinach. You can also have vertical gardens, which on the side of your balcony, you can put one vertical and you grow your strawberries, you grow your capsicum, you grow your tomatoes, and you don't have to go to the market to buy your everyday sukuma wiki for your ugali in the evening. You can pay your rent actually, because if you had that multi-story garden, one of it you can produce up to 5, 10, 15 batches of spinach and sukuma wiki every day. And that will give you what, 1,000, 2,000 shillings per week. With that, you have your nearly 10,000 shillings within a month.
Keep it farming with AIM Agriculture. Greetings everybody. I'm so excited and super excited to bring you today's episode. And the episode is Where Money Is. Seedling. Propagation. This is AIM Agriculture. If you're new to our YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share. Remember to click the notification bell. Every day we bring you something new. You're the first one to watch it. Learn, interact, and change your lives at home. Cheers and see you.
Did you know that you can grow potatoes using seedling? This is a potato seedling that when you grow, it will give you like 20 tubers. Our mothers used to use the small tubers, ile tulikuwa tunaita seed ya potato, lakini siku hizi we use potato cutting. That's the new technology, and that's how to make good money from your potato farm. My name is Muya Kinjeho from Grace Rock Farms. I'm the director here. We've been in this venture for the last 8 years, but it's only recently that we went into potato. And also, did you know that potato is the second food crop in Kenya, and it's likely to overtake the first one, which is maize? Grace Rock was started as more as a hobby because I like farming, and my mother loved farming. I guess I got that from her. But myself, I'm not an agriculturist. I'm a chemist by profession, but I love farming. So I used to do it as a hobby until one time I decided to see whether it can really make money. And therefore, I started putting my numbers together, only to realize actually when I was doing it as a hobby, I was not making any money. Then I made a decision that we have to then have it as a venture, as a profit-making venture. Of course, we didn't start by making profit, and we had our struggles like any other business. And over the years, we have learned the ropes. We have overcome most of the challenges, and now we can say that we are in business. Many of you have asked me, why should I come to Grace Rock to buy a seedling? I'll tell you why. Because if you buy a seedling from Grace Rock, one, you are you are sure that it has no disease, because we grow it on a soilless media where there is absolutely no chance of disease. Your root system, if you look at this crop, the root system is all compact here. We used to do nurseries on your soil, and when you prug out that seedling, it comes, some leaves are left there, and when you go to transplant it, it takes quite some time because it will first get a shock. When you plant this one and you look at it the next day, it look like it's been there for a month. And because of that, because we are professional and we have of course run the ropes and we have overcome all the challenges, our germination is very high. We are doing 98-99% germination of our crop. I can assure you, if in your own nursery you have 50%, and the cost of seed is high. If actually you look at the total cost production, buying a seedling is only 2% of your total cost. Therefore, you should buy the seedling and actually go and worry about the other cost, because that's where most of the cost is. This seedling will give you very high yield. For us to grow this seedling, we need to get certification, and this certification comes from KEFIS. KEFIS is the body that is authorized to certify all nurseries and all primary materials, and we are certified by KEFIS, so you're also sure that the seed you're buying is a quality seed, a quality certified seed. We have several models of the way we sell. We know that our farmers are not planning very well, so with time we have known what you will need. Therefore, we go and buy the seed from certified seed merchants. We come and propagate the seed for you, and you'll come and buy it either when it's ready or when it's remaining 2 weeks when you order. Or you can also bring us your seed and we propagate it for you. We charge you for the cost of propagation. Seed is not our business. Actually, our business is propagation. So we will charge you just enough money for us to be able to propagate it for you. And then when you bring your seed here, we are also confirming that you'll get high germination, and if there is a problem, we can go back to the seed merchant and they will compensate us for it, because we are partners with many of them. Like any other business, Grace Rock have some challenges. One of our biggest challenge is how to balance having the stock or not having the stock, because of sometimes our farmers don't plant very well, therefore we don't know when they'll come for them. So we have a lot of demand fluctuations. Sometimes when it rains, we have about 40 farmers here saying, I want cabbage and I want it now because it's raining. However, what we do try and encourage our farmers, especially when you're farming kilimo biashara, is that because you need to plan, you prepare your land, you let us know in advance. 4 weeks is good. We prepare the seedling, we worry about that headache, you prepare your land, you prepare your materials for planting, and when you're ready, you just come for your seedling, and we'll just, we can also deliver it to you wherever you are. We have a company that we have partnered with, who collects the seedling from us in the evening, and by tomorrow 10 o'clock it's in your farm, wherever it is in the whole of the country. What I would like to say is that it is good to do farming kama kilimo biashara. You need to keep your records, you need to know whether you're making money or you're losing money, and we really encourage the youth and the women. Actually, I being a woman, you know, I love working with women, because you train one woman grows and she's feeding the whole family of 10. And the youth also, once the youth get into this business, and by the way, it's not a dirty business. People say, you know, soil, you know, it is dirty. You should see me when I've done my nails and when I've gone to the salon and I look and I'm going to play golf. But when you saw me in the morning, I'm in my gumboots.
Hi, my name is Steven Jenga of Grace Rock Farms, an expert in seedling raising, or what we call seedling propagation. And today I'll take you through the process of seedling propagation. Karibuni. As you can see, here we have different types of vegetables. Here we have a tomato. Here we have what we call pak choy. We have the nightshade or managu, like most people call it. Then we have capsicums. We have sukuma wiki and collards. We have lettuce. So this is just to display a display of the ready seedlings that we have. that are ready for dispatch. For any, like your walk-in customer, this is what you will get today. As you all know, hygiene is very crucial in every agribusiness venture, and most especially for the very young plants. These are just like chicks. So we have to observe hygiene in our farm. That's why before you get into the farm, we have what we call a foot bath for disinfection of the foot. So when you come here, you have to dip your feet inside this disinfectant to just make sure you don't transfer any germs into the farm. So for seedling propagation, we use soilless media that's very conducive for the germination of the seedlings. The advantage of using the soilless media is one, the drainage is very good, very perfect, the aeration, and also water retention. So therefore it provides a very conducive condition for the germination of the young seedling. That's very delicate. Why do we use the soilless media? Because when you use the normal soil, it's usually infected with diseases, and also there are chances of having pests, and also it's very compact. Therefore, it's not very conducive for the production of a seed or raising of a seedling. This is what we do. We use trays to plant, and this is an example of a tray. So this media is the trays has holes, as you can see. So we fill the trays with media. Then from here, we take it to the planting shed. After filling the tray with the planting media, you have to make holes, and you have to make holes. Make sure that every hole has a shallow depression. So from there, now we plant our seeds. Then we plant one seed every hole. Make sure that you drop one seed every hole. For us, we have some ladies who are experts in this, so they do plant averagely between 10 and 15,000 seeds every day. So after planting, so you cover, you make sure that the seeds are well covered. Then they are now transferred to what we call a germination or an incubation room. We have a cart that we usually use to transfer them to that location. So after transferring them from the planting shed, the seeds are brought into the incubation room. As you can see, this is our incubation room. What's the purpose of the incubation room? It's to help hasten the germination process. For example, a capsicum seed, usually on a normal condition, it should take between 14 and 21 days. But when you put them in the incubation room, they take between 7 and 10 days. So it helps to hasten the process of germination. If you come inside here, you'll feel that it's very hot. It's very hot because it's covered. Then we also have these overhead misters. These helps to make sure that there is moisture inside here. We have, you know, the conditions are necessary for germination. We have temperatures, we have moisture, and we have warmth. So that's what we are. That's what we are trying to increase in this room. So from here, after okay, example, a capsicum like 7 or 10 days. So we keep checking frequently, and when we notice that the seeds have started germination, we transfer them to the main nursery beds now. So this is one of our main nurseries, where you'll come and see the nursery beds. So like I said, you have to disinfect your feet first before getting to the nursery. Then make sure that also the door is locked. So here we are. Now this has have been transferred from the incubation room after we have noticed some germination of the seeds. So from here, now they watered we have to put them like under a shade, and they are watered frequently until they get to a stage where we start supplementing the feeds, giving them what we call the starter fertilizer. How do we take care of a seedling? A seedling is like a baby of a plant, so it's very delicate. So you have to ensure that it's very safe. Why you see, even we are doing it it's usually done in a greenhouse. A greenhouse, the conditions are controlled. Like you have to raise the shutters and close the shutters to regulate your temperatures. So you are supposed to make sure that they are very free of diseases and pests. So we have to disinfect the house at first. That's the first measure that we do to ensure that they are safe and free of pests and diseases. The other thing we do, we have a program that we apply some products to help hasten their growth and to be strong, and also to keep them free of pests and diseases. Apart from the other vegetables that we just saw, we also do potatoes, and we discovered that there's a very huge gap. There's a very big gap of potatoes, potato seeds specifically. Majority of the farmers use the traditional method of planting the potato seeds, which ideally it's not very good, because it has chances of being infested with diseases, and also the production is very, very low. So due to this, we decided to venture into production of certified potato seeds. I know many farmers have never heard of a potato cutting. So as we're doing it from the cutting, or what we call a potato seedling. So from the potato seedling, then we produce what we call the pre-basic seed. We go to the basic seed and start producing the generations. We sell our seeds at generation 1, generation 2, and generation 3. What's the advantage of planting these seeds, the certified seeds? It's because the seeds are an equivalent of a hybrid seed. So like when you plant, you are guaranteed, like for example, if you plant the traditional seed in an acre, you will get like 30 to 40 bags. But if you plant the certified seeds, especially like you do generation 1 or 2, you are guaranteed to get more than 70 bags in 1 acre. So that's the advantage of using this seed, because the materials themselves are clean. We get the materials from the TC lab. And I would want to take you through a small process of what we do to produce the seeds. So this is where we start. We have this. This is what we call the mother plants. So mother plants, we get the mother plants from tissue culture labs. From the tissue culture lab, we get some plantlets, very small plantlets. We come and train them and form such. And this is what we call a mother plant. And so from the mother plant, this is where we get our apical cuttings. I'll demo to you how you get your apical cuttings. You have your scissors, and make sure that it's disinfected. It should be very, very clean, so that you don't transfer any pathogens to this mother plant. So you cut this very young shoot. After cutting it, you have to dip it into a rooting hormone, like the tip. You dip it into a rooting hormone. After dipping into a rooting hormone, now you put it in the tray, a hole in the tray. So this way, then you cut. So this is usually the process that we do. We make sure that the purpose of the rooting hormone is to make sure that roots establish very fast. So once we plant them here in this tray, it takes a period of between 3 and 4 weeks for them to be mature enough to be now transferred into the big farm. So after putting them in the trays and waiting for 3 weeks, a period of, let's say, between 3 and 4 weeks, this is what you get. Here is a potato seedling, or what we call a rooted apical cutting. So this is what is transferred into the farm, and this is what we're encouraging our farmers to do. When you get this from us, we train you on how to do the seed production at your farm, at the farm level. But also, for us, we also do the production at our farms. We have big farms for the production of the seeds. So this is what we use as the pre-basic material and transfer them into the farm for production of the certified seeds. And MACU, every production must be certified by KEFIS. So before even producing the seedling, KEFIS must come and give us a certification to go ahead, to check for, they come and check for diseases and pests, and make sure that whatever we are delivering to our customers are quality, clean and certified seeds. From here, we take them to the farm for production of what we call the basic seeds. From the nursery, the rooted apical cuttings we bring it to the farm. So these are some that we planted recently. They are barely a week old. Yeah, so we plant them. There is a specific way that we plant, and also we train our farmers how to do it. So that's why we like to do it in our demo farm, so that farmers learn. Here we have a big potato plant. As you can see, majority of them are already flowering. So we have so this between transplanting them to getting into harvesting stage, usually they take 3 months to about 4 months, depending on the variety. And by the way, I didn't tell you that we have different varieties. We have the most common one that is called Shangi. Then we have Wanjiko. Wanjiko is most in terms of production, that's a bit more productive than Shangi. We have another one called Dutch Robin, and we have Unica. So those are the 4 major types of potatoes that we are growing here at Grace Rock Farms. We do farm trainings. So that's the reason you can see around me. This is called what we call a demo field or a demo farm. These usually we use it for training, because our model of also apart from training, we use it as a model of selling, because we want to show our farmers how Shangi does, how Shangi performs, or how Shangi looks like when it's at the farm, how Wanjiko looks like, how a cabbage looks like, or how a cauliflower looks like. So we use that one to demo to our farmers, and also to give them training on production. I hope you've learned something, and I hope to get your response from there. You can get us on our social media pages like Facebook. We're also on WhatsApp. So karibu anytime, and feel free to reach us or call us. We'll guide you through this farming journey. Asanteni sana.